The 1996 television series Tarzan, The Epic Adventures, starring Lara, stands as one of the most ambitious portrayals of Edgar Rice Burroughs' iconic jungle hero. Unlike earlier adaptations, this series blends pulp adventure, mysticism, and fantasy with the classic action-driven storytelling of Tarzan. Episode 5 of Season 1 carries these themes forward, delivering a unique mix of danger, myth, and morality as Tarzan once again fights to protect the balance between humanity and nature. The episode begins deep in the lush jungles of Africa, where the morning calm is shattered by mysterious signs of unrest among the animals. Birds scatter in large numbers, monkeys scream from treetops, and elephants stamp through the underbrush. Tarzan, ever attuned to the rhythms of the jungle, immediately senses that something unnatural is unfolding. His keen instincts tell him the disturbance is not caused by a predator but by an outside force intruding on the balance of life. Soon after, Tarzan discovers a group of foreign explorers venturing into the jungle with a strange sense of urgency. Unlike ordinary travelers, these men carry with them not only weapons but also ancient relics, suggesting they are more than just adventurers, they are seekers of something far older and more dangerous. At their center is a scholar obsessed with unlocking a lost civilization said to hold great power. Tarzan, wary of outsiders who exploit the jungle, warns them to leave, but his words go unheard. The episode shifts its focus to the lore of the jungle. An elder from a local tribe tells Tarzan the prophecy of a sacred temple hidden deep within the rainforest. According to legend, this temple was built to guard an ancient crystal infused with mystical energy. Whoever controls it could wield immense power, but if disturbed, it could bring chaos to the jungle. This prophecy immediately tees into the outsiders' mission, and Tarzan realizes that their reckless greed could unleash catastrophe. As the explorers hack their way through the dense forest, Tarzan shadows them, moving with silent agility from tree to tree. At first, he attempts to reason with their leader, explaining the dangers of meddling with forces they do not understand. However, arrogance blinds them. When one of Tarzan's animal companions is injured by a trap set by the group, Tarzan's patience runs thin. A skirmish erupts, showcasing Lara's physicality in hand-to-hand combat scenes. Tarzan easily bests several men, but the group escapes deeper into the jungle, forcing Tarzan to pursue. Midway through the episode, the narrative takes a more supernatural turn, true to the series' pulp fantasy style. Tarzan enters the region of the temple, where reality begins to blur. He faces illusions of his past, visions of his parents, and tests of courage placed by unseen guardians. These scenes reveal more of Tarzan's inner struggles, his constant balancing act between his human identity and his primal connection to the world. Lara plays these moments with a quiet intensity, showing Tarzan as both warrior and philosopher. The explorers, driven by greed, finally reach the hidden temple. The structure rises from the jungle floor with stone walls covered in vines, guarded by carvings of beasts and strange symbols. Inside, the group finds the crystal resting on an altar glowing with otherworldly light. As soon as they touch it, the temple trembles, and the protective forces awaken. Statues come to life, the ground splits, and the jungle outside roars in anger. This fifth episode of Tarzan, The Epic Adventures highlights the core themes of the series: respect for nature, the dangers of unchecked ambition, and the spiritual depth of Tarzan's character. It's not simply about physical battles but about moral lessons embedded in thrilling storytelling. The blend of action, mythology, and philosophy sets this series apart from more traditional Tarzan adaptations.